It's the Ronald Show, starring Ronald, documenting the collapse of life as we know it, as perpetrated by the global military-industrial complex. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the host of the Ronald Show, Ronald.
What if a government intelligence analyst from the Pentagon is forced to save mankind from extinction and the world from destruction, but first he must evolve into the Messiah and create the plan to save the world? The 21st century Messiah arrives, battles dark forces, and sparks the Armageddon that leads to the apocalypse, rapture, the 2012 pole shift, and extraterrestrial contact. Buy the book today by Ronald Farnham at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. The Second Coming of the Messiah, Book 1, The Awakening.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ronald Show, documenting the collapse of life as we know it, as perpetrated by the global military-industrial complex, and teaching you to be a creditor in commerce. I'm your host, Ronald, and today is September 30th, 2013, and it's a sad day in Major League Baseball. The New York Yankees did not make the playoffs for the second time in 19 years. Mariano Rivera pitched his last game in relief at Yankee Stadium and did not play in the outfield. It had been speculated, had alluded to the possibility that he might play in the outfield, but he said his arm was sore, his forearm hurt him all year, and he said his knee wasn't holding up, so he didn't want to embarrass himself or the game by going and playing in the outfield during one of the last 3 games that the Yankees played in the season against the Houston Astros. And Andy Pettitte finished the year and his career on a high note with a complete game 2-1 victory over the Houston Astros. So way to go, Andy Pettitte. I think he had like 259 or 46 career wins, something like that. But a lot's going on in the world, and some of it pretty crazy. I know that there were some hostages taken in Africa and at a mall, and they're still being held hostage. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Anyway, lots of stuff going on. Check out Creditors in Commerce, and remember to start taking possession and get ready for a date when things are going to become critical, where you're going to say, okay, we're all going to resign together. Think about that. We are all going to resign together. All right, thanks for watching The Ronald Show. Peace.
See, when you harvest the marijuana plant, you're going to find inchworms. And look at all of these marijuana inchworms, high as heck on THC, just laying in the bed of marijuana leaves covered in THC. These guys are all still eating. They don't even want to go anywhere. So that's the life of the marijuana inchworm. I think there's one around here trying to make an escape too. I don't know where he went, but he had leaves and he was running off. Here's one going for it. Pretty fast. These inchworms are really fast. This is the escape of the inchworm. Go kid go! Go kid go! Dun da dun da! Dun da da! Dun da dun da! But he is pretty high. See how he keeps kind of losing direction? Because he's been eating THC. Oh! Those two were just fighting. Now here comes a big fella trying to make an escape. They're all escaping. They got to go back into the dustpan, I think. Maybe bring them further out away from the plants. They're all making a run for it. I'm gonna pick this fella back. I'm putting him back in. They're all sticky. I might squeeze. They're all like wet. I'd rather use the broom. I don't like touching them with my fingers.
No, I don't like it.
All right. Well, that's it from the farm for today. Peace. And this one is being harvested. It's right in the middle of being harvested. I don't know if you can see, but it is ready. See this right here? See these beautiful, huh? So this one is ready to be harvested, and it's pretty tall, as you can see. It's got a high, see that? Way up there. And so that's how it's done. In case you've never seen one, here's another. And if you move to Los Angeles, California, you'll see that you can get a prescription for your medicinal marijuana. They start to lean a little bit. As you can see, it's already been harvested. Branch after wonderful branch. That is, you know, how things are done in Los Angeles, California on a marijuana farm. All right, peace.
Have you ever wanted to write a book? Have you ever wanted to write a screenplay? Have you ever wanted to have your great movie idea turned into a screenplay, turned into a movie, turned into a book, and distributed all over the world? Well, now you can learn how to do it with the great new book by Ronald Farnham, How to Write a Screenplay in 30 Days or Less. It includes the logline, theme, synopsis, outline, and screenplay of the 3 magic questions. Learn how to write a screenplay in 30 days or less, or your money back. Get it today at Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
Hello everyone, this is Lola. She is one of the coolest dogs in the whole wide world. She's just a love bug. Look at her. Oh, good. She likes to stand guard at my door. Go sit down. Go sit. Sit. Here you go. Stand there. Stand guard. Yeah, she stands guard at my door in my bedroom. So, she's my watchdog. She's like that, American Bulldog. Today is October 8th, 2013, and the world just did not end yet. Peace. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Ronald Show, documenting the collapse of life as we know it, as perpetrated by say it with me, Chuck and the global military-industrial complex, and teaching you to be a creditor in commerce. Today is Saturday, 12 October 2013, and I am here with my good friend Courtney's dad, Chuck. And Chuck, you're in town from where?
Fairmont, West Virginia.
Fairmont, West Virginia.
Almost heaven.
Really? Almost heaven?
Yeah. John Denver's song, Almost Heaven, West Virginia.
So in Fairmont, West Virginia, why is it called Almost Heaven? Is it just, what is it, lush green? Is it really green? What's West Virginia like? You know, West Virginia kind of gets it's almost like Polish jokes. Americans tell West Virginia jokes like we also tell Polish jokes. It's like the Polacks of the, you know, and I'm not saying that to be mean, but
I understand.
But tell me about West Virginia.
West Virginia, you know, my grandfather said years ago, West Virginia is like an old mule. Either be fed or kicked, and we got kicked more than we've been fed.
So like a bunch of kids that walk around wearing a helmet, like a bunch of those kinds of people? Helmet wearers?
There's a lot of people that came from West Virginia that made success on their own. Mary Lou Retton, Steve Harvey, mentioned some recent people. And,
Steve Harvey, he's blown up huge. I see posters of him all over Los Angeles. He's from West Virginia?
Yeah, he's from
Jennifer Garner.
Wow, I love her. She's so
Jimmy
beautiful.
Dickens.
Little Jimmy Dickens.
Don Knotts.
Who's a little Jimmy? Oh,
Don
Don Knotts. That guy's a comic genius. I love Andy Griffith.
How about Yeager, the one broke the sound barrier?
Oh, he's from West Virginia?
Yeah. And so there's, you know, it's a lot of coal mines in West Virginia. In fact, I'm a retired coal miner myself. Worked 30 years in the mines, and a lot of good people. We go to churches like everybody else.
Except for
We pay
you.
taxes. We go to wars. We come home. We go to college. We're like everybody else. We're just from West Virginia.
You worked in the coal mines for 30 years. You sound, how old are you?
I'll be 69 my next birthday.
I'm 69. I was born in 69, and 69 happens to be my favorite number because 9 and 6 equals 15.
I know, those are good years.
So 69. When's your birthday?
December the 20th. Just
Oh,
send
man,
money. Don't
dude.
send cards. Just send money.
Did you grow up getting Christmas presents and birthday presents all in one, or did you get birthday presents and Christmas
You
presents?
just put a hammer to the nail because I have a brother who was born in January and I was born in December.
Man, your parents got
And-
lucky.
and
They planned that.
Mom said Christmas comes once a year and birthday's the same day.
Not fair, parents. Don't do that to your kids. If they're born close to Christmas or any
Yes,
holiday,
yes.
give them their holiday present and their birthday present.
Yeah.
Two separate presents. It's only fair. Don't punish a person just because they're born within some kind of a proximity to a holiday. It just doesn't. It's not fair.
She was a wonderful lady. She did well. Mom was a good person.
How did that make you feel about getting a combination of birthday? Did you feel less loved?
No, not at all.
right,
Especially
good.
not with her because she was a single parent. Her and my dad.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
So
there's-
she made you feel special, I'm sure,
There's
in
some
many ways.
tragedies in there. Her and my dad were in an automobile accident in 49 and he didn't make it, so she raised 4 kids and a special kind of lady.
God rest your dad's soul.
as far
I'm sure he
as,
blessed you with a good life and watched over you.
As far as economizing and work ethic, she,
He was born in a coal camp,
yeah.
not even in a hospital.
Wow.
I was born at home in a coal camp.
Yeah.
In a coal camp. Describe a coal camp to me.
A coal camp was like any place else, you know. Houses were built around factories, homes were built around plants. A coal camp was where miners were hired and they lived in coal camps and they worked for the coal company and they had
Company store.
coal stores where back in the 20s they paid you in different kind of script money and you spent your money at their stores. So actually when they say
So you had your own tender, legal tender, that you guys used
the
locally?
coal companies did, yes.
Interesting.
That's how they paid the miners, and then you had to buy from
Rent
the
your-
company store, and you rented from the company that owned the coal mines, and $1 a day.
Wow. Your lungs sound good. You don't sound like you have any
I've
any
been
kind
blessed
of bad.
with no health issues. I don't have any black lung. I've just been blessed. I've been around coal dust and
How common is black lung? Would you say what percentage of coal miners that you know that you worked with or that you know of from the coal mining industry wound up getting black lung from years of working in the coal mines?
oh, I would say my father's generation, and probably 80% of them.
Wow. Wow.
Because they had no laws, they had no health issues, about wearing masks or wearing any kind of breathing apparatus. It just wasn't common as it is today.
So you wore a mask and breathing apparatus when you
At
worked?
times, yes. Yeah.
What's the temperature system like there? You said it was hot in the summertime and cold in the wintertime. Because
Well, if
why?
it's 80 degrees outside and you're around an air shaft, it's pulling that fresh air in, so it's warm.
So those coal mines are well shafted. How big is the area? What was your job in a coal mine?
I had different jobs. I was a roof bolder at one time, a load machine operator, ran a shuttle car, worked track, GI, just...
So when a coal mine or a mine is depicted like in the movies and TVs, when you see that track with the stuff in it, is that pretty accurate? What is it? I guess they film in coal mines there.
Well, in the state of West Virginia, there's 102 mineable coal veins,
Wow.
anywhere from 24 inches to 72 inches.
What do you mean by that? What's a coal vein?
24 inches is low coal. In other words, you may ride in on a flat belly vehicle and
You ride in on a flat belly vehicle?
Yeah, and you're working like on your knees or you're humped over all day long.
Digging coal
Yes.
in 24 inches?
Yeah.
Or like a very small area?
Yes. real low. The entrance low. The vein of coal is 24 inches. So
It's pretty meditative, huh? You go for long periods of time in silence, just thinking on your own and just digging, doing whatever. It's kind of
well, and when you start to get involved in mining coal, the equipment is running. You got different power units are running, and
it's loud too, I bet.
yeah, oh yeah, you got earmuffs now.
And you're heavily clothed.
And you have hard hats, you have hard toe shoes, you have metacarpal gloves, you have earmuffs, and
What are metacarpal gloves?
metacarpal has part of the cover that covers the carpal of the top of your knuckles.
To keep them.
Protection.
Because you bang your hands a lot. You're working with sharp.
Yeah, it's the nature of the beast.
Do you break any bones? Any fingers working? You ever break any fingers?
No.
Really? 30 years? How long did you coal mine?
30 years.
30 years. Never broke a finger?
No.
No, but there was a scary day.
I was involved in a roof fall.
You were involved in a roof
Yeah.
fall? What happened?
The roof came down on me.
Describe what happened though.
Well, we was in the dinner hall. There's a designated area that's the dinner hall, and had a little picnic table, and then when the coal was mined, there was like an arch formed on the top and the side of the rib, like an arch, and it helps the strata to keep the top up. It's like a bridge that has a big arch span that keeps the bridge up. It's an arch. And it's all English chemistry. And the top is bolted. It's roof top is supported and it's bolted. Well, we went to the dinner hall and a guy came back.
And it's all what? Boulder and rock and
Oh yeah,
and
that's just you're 600 feet down and you just got Mother Earth on top of you. And you have a foot of rock, and then there's another false vein of coal, and then there's another foot of sandstone rock, and then just whatever the strata is from inside that mine to the top.
So if it goes like that, it could be people have died in these roof collapses.
Oh,
huh?
Sure, yeah.
So because you're
Years
essentially
ago-
buried alive
years
until
ago
somebody
when-
can get to
oh,
you,
yeah,
right?
explosions. And
So-
one of the worst explosions in West Virginia happened in 1907, where over 500 men and boys were killed. And I said, well, the reason I say boys is sometimes the dad would take the son to work with him, and help him, make $1 or whatever it was they was paying that day. So the Monongah mine was probably the worst disaster in the United States. And if there was, I think the count was 507.
Wow.
I think it was 1909. Then in 1968,
Physical labor.
in 1968, we had a Farmington mine explosion. 68 men was killed in that. 11 are still entombed. We never recovered their bodies. And I worked with 3 of the guys that lost their dads in that mine. So you kind of wonder, say, well, if your dad got killed, why would you go in a coal mine?
It's almost like following a relative into the
it's just,
military. It's really a badge of honor for the area. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sure it's a community.
I'm a third generation coal miner, and
There's a lot of pride in it back home.
yeah, I mean, it's like
hard
anything
work.
else.
It's the industrialization of the United States was first coming over here, mining gold, mining coal, mining the natural resources that powered our country, right? You're part of that. It's like the automotive industry,
Right,
working
exactly.
hand in hand.
It was an
The
energy-
train industry, right? The coal for the trains.
It was an energy source, and it still is today.
Yeah.
Although that
It's a job that a lot of immigrants could do anyways because it all was the same language if you're just buying coal.
Has coal mining become more, automated? And
recognizing today. I mean, the hand loading days are gone, and you don't shoot coal anymore. And what I mean by that is drill holes and put dynamite in it and blow it out. And
they don't?
Everything.
What are they just, they can use
everything is
sensors to see what's in
mechanized
there?
with equipment, miners.
It's a lot safer, right? I'm sure there's a lot less caves.
I've been down there.
So continue the story about your cave-in. You were digging, right? And you were talking
we
about
weren't
the
mining
arch.
coal. It was an established dinner hole area.
What's a dinner hole again? You explained that, didn't you?
Dinner hole is part of the mine. The coal that's already been mined, already bolted. It's about 6, 8 blocks away from the actual mining of coal. And power centers are in there, and then we just call it a dinner hall because that's where everybody goes and gathers and eats lunch and dinner, and depends on what shift you're at. And I just happened to step back against the rib, and a piece of rock came out of the top and hit me in the head.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, geez, that Lex. Wow. That's a... Shit. Put your head down again. Let's get a close look at it. I want to get real close.
Still coal dust in there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's still... Move your hand.
Oh.
Let's get it. Wow, look at
Yeah. Wrong place at the wrong time.
that. So, did you cause it by leaning into that?
No, I didn't cause it. No.
That's immediately what came to
In
my mind.
fact, the safety department
Backed into a cave-in.
the company level, you know, just asked a dozen questions. How can we prevent that? And that's what's a coal mine. It's not a candy factory.
Right, yeah, a bunch of candy cans didn't
Yeah,
come raining down on
it's
your
a
head.
coal
And you had
mine.
like, what, about 1,000 pounds of rock and
Well,
dirt
you can
falling?
walk-
Well, the first one knocked your hard hat off.
So that was just,
Right,
okay,
yeah.
so
The
that was just, wow, man, that must have been a big heavy rock. So did you get knocked out?
Well, both rocks were the size of a watermelon. The size of a
Golly,
watermelon.
you're lucky to be alive. That could have broke your neck.
First one knocked my hat off, and the second one I don't remember because it knocked me out.
Really?
And I got 9 staples put into the top of my head, and you know, I
Cracked your skull? Did
did
it
not
crack your skull?
expect to go to work that day and wind up in the hospital before my shift ended. Did not expect to have a scar on the top of my head the rest of my life. In fact, this is about almost within 2 years of my retirement. So
Ooh.
I had
How old were you? About 60 when that happened?
64.
So that was only about
63.
5 years ago.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Did it hurt your neck at all? Do you have any
No,
neck pain?
it
Good.
just put a big gash in the top of the head, and like I said, it took 9 staples to close it, and left with a scar.
You seem coherent and intelligent,
The insurance
so it doesn't
company-
sound like it knocked any sense out of you.
Yeah, the insurance company, when I talked to her, and she said, I said, what are we going to do about this scar? And she said, well, doesn't your hair cover it? And I said, we don't want to go there. So they took pictures of it, and only they of course they paid the insurance bill. I have good insurance, you know. And I was going to go for plastic surgery. I'm not vain. It wasn't a vanity thing, but they paid me off for it. So I retired 4 years ago. I retired in July of '03, and
You
walked
did
away.
not.
So 10 years ago. Wow,
No.
July 2003.
No, 09.
Yeah.
09.
That
03
knock
is
on the
when I
head
got
had
hurt.
no effect on him whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
So you retired 4
Right.
years ago. Do you miss it? Do you miss working in the coal mine?
You know, Ron, I very seldom I walk into somebody that's in Walmart or someplace and, hey Chuck, how you doing? And I worked with them in one mine or another because I worked in 3 different coal mines. And,
Oh, wow.
and there's always somebody said, man, do you miss the mine? And I tell them, what the hell would I miss a coal mine for? What is it about that I miss a coal mine?
Right.
Cold in the winter, you know, hot in the summer.
You have any recurring dreams, coal mining dreams?
No,
No, you have never dreamed about being in a coal mine?
no.
I have nightmares about college because I always skipped class, and I had this nightmare about going to my finals, and I have to take this final for a class I've never been to. I have been having that for like 20 years now. Anyway, well listen, Chuck, it's been great interviewing you. We got a party tomorrow that I'm going to film. We got some special guests, I think, showing up for tomorrow too. So we're going to hear more from Chuck because he's going to be making hot dogs and hamburgers, and we're going to have a party. And
We're getting
tomorrow's
drunk.
and we're going to get drunk. Yeehaw! It's going to be 13, 10, 13 tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get drunk. I'll be there.
That equals 9. 13, 10, 13. Oh no, that equals 7. Yeah, so you're not going to drink tomorrow?
Oh, he's gonna drink. He'll have 2 beers.
Oh, 2 whole
I might
beers.
have a few mixed drinks.
Yeah, we got liquor.
Yeah.
And
It's going to be fun. We're going to turn the camera on tomorrow and see what happens. All right, thanks for watching the Ronald Show.
Ron.
Yeah, it was a good interview. Thanks, Chuck. I can't wait to have your burger. He's making some kind of special West Virginia type of, what are you making, West Virginia hot dogs tomorrow?
Hot dog sauce. Yeah.
Hot
and
dogs.
pepperoni rolls.
Pepperoni rolls.
Oh yeah, pepperoni roll. That's the capital of the world. It's Fairmont, West Virginia. Pepperoni rolls.
That's right. In fact, the pepperoni roll, from what I've learned, is native to West Virginia, right? You can't find it outside of West Virginia. And I had one the other day when you first got here, and it was
Right.
awesome. Courtney, your daughter, heated it up, and I was like, oh my God.
We're
This
making
is so...
homemade ones.
I ate it down in like 5 minutes, and I was like, I better go to bed before I eat the rest of this.
Yeah,
pepperoni.
there's. I don't know where it is. There's a license plate that's somewhere in my family called Pepperoni Capital of the World, Fairmont, West Virginia.
Fairmont.
Yeah.
Right here. Fairmont,
West Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah, home of Mary Lou Retton, if you will.
Oh, look, Mary Lou Retton. Who else? Who else?
Don Nuts.
Don Nuts. Oh, he's from Morgantown.
Nuts.
Jennifer Garner.
Ooh, Jennifer.
Steve Harvey from West Virginia.
Welch, West Virginia.
Steve Harvey. I'm probably going
John
wrong.
Corbett.
John Corbett.
Chuck Yeager.
Chuck Yeager.
Who else? Oh, and what was the guy? What was the guy who was on the show? Soupy Sales.
Oh, Soupy
Yeah,
Sales.
from West Virginia.
Nice, nice. That guy was funny.
Who else we got? Little Jimmy Dickens.
Little Jimmy Dickens.
Chuck and
Moyers.
Chuck and Courtney Moyers.
Chuck and Courtney Moyers. By the way, if you're going to CVS Pharmacy and you need to use the card, it's 818 454 5335 for your CVS card. So when they ask for your number, just use that number. All right, thanks for
Or a
watching
good
the
time
Ronald.
call.
Right, or for a good time, call 818
Don't do that. Don't.
454
I don't even talk to that girl anymore.
Just remember, coal miners do it dark and deep.
All right, thanks for watching the Ronald Show. Peace.
They don't do it dark and deep. They do it in the dark and deep.
Just
Why would you do
can you
that?
visualize doing that? Stone,
Say that again. Blind you fold yourself
blindfold, and you got gloves on. You're trying to pick up a scarf on the floor.
as a game in West Virginia.
Yeah, well, it's
West
anywhere.
Virginia games.
I learned
Hey
it.
everybody, and welcome back to the Ronald Show, documenting the collapse of life as we know it is blah 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 blah. Today is still 12 October 2013, and tomorrow is the party. So, what was that West Virginia game you were saying? Blindfold yourself, drop a scarf.
Get
in this-
stoned.
Oh, okay. Here's
Get stoned
now. This
first.
game is for kids, people 17 years old and up. So this is West Virginia. I guess you can get it at any West Virginia Mattel or toy store. Like there's directions.
Or your Aunt Burl's house.
So what's the name of this game? It's
Or
called
your
Get Stoned.
next door neighbor.
Pick stuff up in the ice.
Yeah, get blindfolded and put
Okay, so this is a West Virginia game.
No, it's anybody's game.
Get stoned.
Get stoned, blindfold yourself, put gloves on, and try to pick a scarf up off the floor.
Dun 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 dun. So and here's the name of it. I don't know.
I don't know. What do you want to call it?
I don't know. Get
The
drunk.
stone game.
Oh, the Stone Game. All right, the Stone Game. So, tell me, there's a colored hat system in the coal mining industry, and we're back here with Chuck. He's a 30-year coal mining veteran from West Virginia, and how does it work? When you first started, you did 30 years of coal mining. What year did you first start coal mining?
1977.
1977. How old were you in 1977?
32.
Oh, you were 32. What'd you do before you coal mined?
After I came back from Vietnam,
Oh,
I went
you were
to
in
New
the
York for
military.
a while, bummed around, wound up in New Haven, Connecticut for 3 years.
Were you an anarchist for a
And
while?
then I went to
New Haven?
U.S. Steel, Youngstown, Ohio.
Youngstown.
Yeah.
Oh, how long did you work at U.S. Steel?
10 years.
What'd you do?
Eight or 10 years.
What'd you do at U.S. Steel?
Oh, I don't know. Work with steel.
Wow. Well, that's good. So you went from steel to coal.
Actually, they made gondola cars for the railroad.
Gondola cars. What are those?
Gondola cars are like half-shell cars that you see on the. You put coal in, or you can put supplies in, or whatever.
And then ship them around the coal
mine. It's like
mine.
a convertible coal car.
When you first started coal mining in 1977, what color hat do you start with?
You become a red hat. In the state of West Virginia, you have to be a red hat for 6 months. And after 6 months, you take a federal state test, and then you take a federal test. And then you get your certified card, and then you become a black hat.
A black hat?
Yes. Pennsylvania's green hat, Ohio's red hat, or blue hat. West Virginia's a black hat. So you're a certified coal miner then.
And then, is it just black hat from then on? That's it? You're either a red hat or a black hat?
You're a black hat from now on, then you're allowed to bid on any job that's available.
Oh. What is it, contract work? Is there, when you bid on a job, what do you mean? Like, is it month to month, year to year, contract to contract?
No, it's, you could bid on the job, and you may stay on it 30 years, you may stay on it 10 years, it depends on, it's a union coal mine, so everything is bidded on. You put your bid in for various jobs, and you're qualified to do them, then you may want to do that job for the rest of your life. You may want to do it 1 year. You may not like it the next day, but you're stuck with it till you can get off with it. There's a lot of union rights.
Oh, yeah. And you're retired from the union then, huh?
Right, yeah. I'm still a member of the United Mine Workers.
Oh, wow. Right. When you are in West Virginia, do you go to any local establishments, restaurants, bars, places where you hang out with the coal miner friends? What do you do usually?
Well, I was not necessarily coal miner friends, but like any place else, you're subject to see anybody.
How many people in Fairmont?
Probably 30,000.
Would you say you know most of the families in Fairmont?
Yeah, I know who they are, yeah.
So when you go out, you pretty much walk around the street, say hi to everybody,
after living there most of your life, other than a service in Ohio, you begin to know a few people.
What branch of the service were you in?
Army.
Oh, Army. Where'd you go when you were in the Army?
I went to Fort Knox, Kentucky, Fort Benning, Georgia, Korea, Germany, and Vietnam.
Ah, wow. How long were you in Vietnam?
1 year.
What year did you go?
67, 68.
67, 68. Did you see combat?
No.
No bullets fired near you?
Well, I saw some skirmishes, but I was not in a combat zone.
What do you mean you saw skirmishes?
Well, a couple of ammunition dumps were blowing up, and some firefights. Helicopters were called in. They had some
firefights.
Now, you have to understand, in 1968, they had a Christmas holiday Tet Offense, and it was the biggest plunge by the North Vietnam to kind of eradicate the war, the end of the war, because they threw everything that they could find in South Vietnam, and it was big battles all the way from Ho Chi Minh Trails clear down to Saigon. So you've seen some things, but I was fortunate not to be in combat. Infantry was not in a combat zone.
Did you have to march through the jungle of Vietnam at all, or go out?
No. I was not. No, I was always in a administration type position. But yeah, there's.
What military base were you at when you went over to Vietnam?
I was at Long Binh.
Long Binh.
Yeah.
Was that in the city?
Long Binh was in I think the Triangle Providence. I think.
Triangle Providence.
Yeah. It's about 60 miles north of Saigon.
How long were you in the military?
6 years.
Wow, 6 years. Nice. Army, you said?
Army, yeah. I got discharged as a staff sergeant E6.
Ah, staff sergeant E6. That's good. I was Army for 8 years. I discharged as an E5. So you're better than me.
Well, I don't know. I was always blessed. One thing about the Army.
Roger that, Staff Sergeant. Well, sergeants don't salute each other.
No.
We only salute officers. Officers salute officers, and sergeants salute officers.
Right.
Enlisted
men.
Yeah, enlisted men salute. What was you were saying to me about people have different nicknames in the coal mining?
Oh, the coal industry's got to be one of the greatest places for nicknames. From my grandfather's generation to my dad's generation, even to mine, and still exists today. For some reason, you can do something funny or say something stupid, and you can be tagged for a nickname the rest of your life. You may not know their first name, but you know your nicknames. Well, that was Pug. You already knew who that was. You know, you didn't know his full name, but it was Pug. My nickname was One-Eye Fat Man.
One-Eye Fat Man.
But there was many names of many people in there. One was a guy named, I'll tell you the story. The guy called his friend up to play golf, and he said, and his wife answered the phone. He said, "Is Quaalude there?"
That was his nickname?
Yeah.
Quaalude? What was he like?
Yeah.
All
nice guy.
All laid back, and they called him Quaalude? That was his nickname?
No, he took Quaaludes. No, he literally took Quaaludes. And his wife said, "Who?" And he said, "Quaalude, is Quaalude there?" She said, "I think you had the wrong number." And the next day when...
so this dude called up for the guy, and his nickname at work was Quaalude, but his wife didn't know.
Right.
The wife is always the last one to know.
Absolutely.
Why is that? The whole town knows him as Quaalude. They call up the house, and she doesn't know what they're talking about. Why is it that the wife is always the last one? And you've been married how many times? Several, right? 5?
We don't want to go there.
All right. Well, so why is it that the wife is always the last one to know?
I don't know. You'd have to ask. You could take a survey of women.
Yeah. Look, email me at theronaldshow2011@gmail.com and just let me know, why is it that the wife or the husband is always the last person to know? Everybody knows. Is it
I think you can ask the
liars or something?
You can ask the divorce lawyer that question.
So what happens? So this guy calls up and wants to play golf with his buddy, and his nickname.
Well, the next day he comes to work and he gets a hold of this individual, and he said, "Man, don't ever call me that again when you call my house."
Because the wife doesn't know he's on Quaaludes. That's crazy. Wow. I've never taken a Quaalude, actually.
What about this one here? This is a true story. It had nothing to do with the coal mine, but because of 9/11 or Homeland Security, women alone, when they get their driver's license in the state of West Virginia, have to have 5 different proofs of who they are.
I thought that was everybody. It's just mine.
It may be a federal law now.
Well, I think it's for everybody, but
anyhow, the story is.
So in West Virginia, you have to show 5 different types of evidence.
Proofs of your name, proof of residency, your old license. If you're married, your marriage license plus
you're married and you're divorced. You're married and divorced. Well, this lady went up to get her license, and her present husband, found out that she was married to a person that he did not know about. He was like number 3.
She just happened to leave out a whole marriage over coffee conversations and stuff.
When the administration at the DMV
lying bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
So the administration at the DMV said, "What about so and so?" She said, "Oops, forgot about him."
Did she have a large boulder fall on her head in a cave?
I don't know.
Because
that's a good story.
That's a true story, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You ever date a coal miner, or are coal miner women typically pretty, or are there women? Tell me about women coal miners. What they're like? Are they pretty?
Oh, they're like the little Susie next door or Mary Jane down the street. They're just women that.
Except for that testicles, most
it's probably easier for them, huh?
Because there's hard times. They had to feed their family because their husband was a drunk or no good, so they went in the coal industry. In the 80s, everything opened up for women, you know, electricians, pole climbers, you know, if you
Pole dancers, right? How long has pole dancing been going on?
Pole smoking.
Pole smoking, pole smoking.
So there was women.
Wow, women, go women.
There was women went into the coal industry, yes. Not a good place for them. In fact, this one girl that I was working with one day, I don't know, this must be a funny joke for somebody, I don't know what they're laughing.
No, the whole pole thing is just great.
This one girl I was working with, she said,
women.
Where can I go to the bathroom at? I said, there is no bathrooms down here. They're all bathrooms down here.
You just, really? Like, just pick a bush, or what do you guys, pick a rock then? So it's pick a rock?
I told her.
That's coal miner lingo. Pick a rock.
Listen, I said, you walk down the track, and you come to the next block entry, and you turn right, and you go clear back here. There's nobody here but you and I can't leave the place, so turn your light out and go do your thing. What, you just got to pee? She said, yeah. Go do your thing, you know. And,
wow, how many hours down in the coal mine would you be at a time?
8 to 12.
Really?
Or 14.
And what, would you bring lunch with you? Did you eat while you were down there?
Oh, yeah, you had your dinner bucket with you.
Dinner bucket?
You had a thermos bottle of coffee or tea, whatever you like, chocolate milk, whatever you like.
You call it a dinner bucket?
Yes.
Does that...
And it was actually a coal miner dinner bucket.
Dinner bucket. What was it, like a...
It was like a metal round bucket. It had two parts, and then you could put your water in the bottom, fresh water in the bottom, and then the other parts you put your sandwiches, your pear, or your cookies, or your banana, or your grapes, you know, and then you lid and close it. It had a long handle, about that long. You know.
Was it common, like all the
every coal miner every coal miner carried a bucket. Today, young kids, new generation, they carry thermos boxes or with the plastic things, whatever they're called.
Right.
You know, all the traditions going in the coal industry today.
It's happening everywhere.
Yes.
From coal mining to auto working.
Yeah, it's just, you know, there's just, but mining is the same. You got to dig the coal out to get it out of the ground. You know.
Yeah, it still takes people, right?
Still takes people, you know, even though that automation has taken over a lot of, you know, personnel in mines. But
is Fairmont still a mining town?
No.
Oh.
One time we had, Marion County had, I think 14 coal mines, and there's none left in Marion County, none left in Fairmont.
What did they get mined out, or did
Well, they just, when we brought the longwall system in, coal companies can extract more coal with that piece of machinery.
Right. And so now, what is it? Just privatized and companies using machinery, not people?
Right. Yeah. One time, West Virginia had over 160,000 coal miners. Today, they got less than 30,000.
Wow. So your town, Fairmont, is all coal miners then, because it's 30,000?
Oh no. You know, Fairmont's got
physicians and lawyers.
We got lawyers, and we got police department, and we got a state police, like any other town, just on a smaller scale. Business-wise, merchants.
What are the police like in Fairmont? Are they hard asses? Do they give out DUIs or what?
Yeah, it's like any other place. There's a lot of young Clint Eastwoods everywhere.
Really? With the whole, do ya punk, huh?
Yeah, we got, you know, there's a lot of young guns going off in Fairmont, you know.
Really? Is there a lot of crime in Fairmont?
It's a job like any other job. It depends on, till you have a confrontation with one of them and they act like, you know.
I bet it'd be fun to be a petty criminal in Fairmont. Keep the cops busy, just like kind of work the whole jail circuit.
They do.
Oh, I might go to Fairmont and start robbing houses. Just for what? A couple weeks, you know? It'd be yeah. Ooh. Yeah, was there some you said that there was a house robbing spree in Fairmont? There was like a string.
Yeah, they had a streak of it, you know, and it's empty houses and probably somebody looking to roll something. Not a mattress, roll paper.
Roll paper? You mean marijuana?
Yes.
Oh. So they were looking for stuff to buy marijuana with?
No, they're probably looking for places to smoke.
Oh, so they were just busting into houses to party?
Place.
Oh, like a breaking and entering party. You know, my
there's
sister-in-law, she rented a house in Cape Canaveral, and when they moved out, and then the for rent sign got put on the lawn, and the next day when she went back to get the final rest of her stuff, when she got there the next day, it was like 500 people went through the house, and there was a party there. There were beer cans and bottles and cigarettes and trash everywhere. It was
good
like
little harmless fun.
Yeah, it was a breaking and entering party. Try it.
Yeah.
Anytime you know, kids, listen. If when you're watching this, and this is a good idea. Do this at home. If you see a house with the for rent sign and you know nobody's there, get a bunch of kids together, get a bunch of, you know, refreshments, food and drinks, and go there and just have a party all night long. And then around 2 or 3 in the morning, or when the cops come, just run. Just run. Only 3 or 4 cop cars are going to show up, and if there's 100 of you, at the most 2 or 3 are going to be arrested. Tops, maybe 5 or 10. Big deal, but 95% of you will get away. So no big deal. Do that, and then just run when the cops come. Everybody just flee on foot.
Unless somebody tells on you.
Yeah. Even then, just deny that.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, that person doesn't like me. I was not there. And you can't prove otherwise. And then just if they try and give you a citation, this is now the Ronald Show documenting the collapse of life as we know it is perpetrated by the global military industrial complex. Remember, if the police ever give you a citation to sign, just write in the signature block, under duress, or under duress. And that makes it an unenforceable contract in a court of law. Okay, so anyway, you never finished your story about your cave-in experience. You said you were in a, you got hit on the head. I know you told your hit on the head story, but you had a roof fall on you. Tell me, did you finish that one?
Yes, yeah, we did.
The roof fell on top of you?
Part of the rock.
No, I mean, were you buried under rock and you had to get dug out?
There's 2 pieces the size of a watermelon came down. One hit me, knocked my hat off. The other put the dent in my head.
Do you know anyone that survived like a burial, like where they got dug out?
Oh yeah, I know different people that for different situations was involved in accidents in the coal industry. One guy had just virtually every leg and every bone in his leg broke.
Ooh.
He was covered up with.
So he got his leg crushed, huh?
Yeah, and also had a very good friend back in 1982, 83, was killed. And what killed him was a rock fall too, and the piece of rock was probably no bigger than the size of a cantaloupe, and it just came down and hit him in the jugular vein.
Oh!
And of course he passed away before they could get him out of the mine. He literally bled to death.
Yeah, really quickly, right?
Yeah.
Did it cut his neck open, or did it bleed into?
Yeah, just lacerated his neck like a meat cleaver.
Oh, it just ripped it open. And he just went down probably right away.
Yeah, and the thing about it, it wasn't really his shift. He was just bossing for a friend of his. They kind of switched
shifts,
dates.
Right,
said,
right.
Will you cover me for this date? Because he wanted to go fishing or he wanted to go do something else. And Jimmy said, yeah. And 2 o'clock in the morning, he was dead. That fast. But that can happen anywhere.
Did they didn't use any kind of netting over the rock? Like it was just the braces but bare rock?
Oh yeah, they do all kind of safety procedures for supporting the top and screening and not netting, but they have a plastic netting to put on top, you know, with bolts and.
But still, every now and then a rock would fall.
The cost of mining coal is expensive. If they don't want to do that, they won't do that.
Oh, really?
But they have to comply. They have to comply with state and federal law. You know, they have to comply with state and federal safety law.
Now, is there insurance for that? So the wives of those people who are killed in the mines like that, I guess they get like an insurance settlement. I'm sure there's a good life in.
Yeah, it's $75,000 if you lose an arm or leg or limb. I think it's 150 if you lose your life. Back in 1968, when they had the Farmington #9 mine explosion, and 68 men lost their life, each widow got $10,000.
Just $10,000. That is a ripoff. Because let me ask you,
$10,000. That's all those widows got for, and some of them had 4 or 5 kids. Some of them had one. Some
just a one-time payout of $10,000.
$10,000. Yeah.
After they paid in probably thousands of dollars over the life of the policy.
It's just one of those things that the coal company offers you. It's not very much money to give up your life for.
No.
For your widow, and then. But today, today every contract, the money has increased. Today it's $150,000. But the only reason that come about is because the price of coal went up, and the coal companies are making more profit. Through union mine, they negotiate for more and more and more. Better days off, more money, better health issues, better health money. But $10,000 in 1968 was what they paid those widows.
Yeah, that doesn't go far, especially when that person you would expect them to go several years making $20,000, $40,000 a year.
Yeah.
Back in then, so that's just that's not even that's a drop in the bucket. Really, 150,000, 200,000. We're gonna be going golfing soon.
We're getting drunk tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we're getting drunk tomorrow at the party.
Oh, woo! Somebody's getting drunk.
Yeah.
Rumor has it they're getting drunk tomorrow.
Yeah, and he's cooking his famous hot dogs.
Pepperoni rolls.
Oh yeah, there is a pepperoni roll left, right?
Yeah.
All right, and we just had macaroni and cheese. I think we're gonna have macaroni and cheese at the party.
That's exciting.
The human race will die.
Oh, really?
The first commandment is to maintain a global population under 500 million. Do you know what that means?
It means 6.5 billion people are going to die at the hands of the Illuminati unless we stop the Iranians from detonating that dirty nuclear bomb at the Hollywood and Vine train station.
The Iranian suicide bomber cell is located at the Vibe Hotel on Hollywood Boulevard.
This isn't Scooby-Doo.
Little blood drink and turned your stomach?
Guide them through the bomb. What is this? Fucking Batman and Robin?
I had become part of something that I no longer felt right observing.
It's Hollywood and Vine, not Vine Hollywood. Don't you know anything about American culture? You silly Russian.
The global military-industrial complex.
Leading the charge of the carnal feminine.
Ah, yes. The Messiah.
My book. It's the solution.
How is that the way the world is?
Traitor. Who are you working for?
If I was cartoon character, I'd be Woody Woodpecker.
This land is your land.
This land is my land. From the Gulf Stream waters to the New York Island, this land was made for you and me.
Worked in coal mines all his life. He went into coal mines when he was about 12 years old. His dad worked in a small unit hand lighting, you know. You shoot coal, coal comes out, you know, coal comes out in the hand light, little car. Anyhow, true story. Comes home from work and his wife tells him that his boy got kicked out of school. Only in the 4th grade. And he said, what for? He said, well, you know what a cloakroom is? In the old wooden schools, you know, they had a classroom, then they had a room where you hung your clothes, your coats. And it was kind of like elongated against the blackboard, you know. We call it cloakroom. That's where you put your sneakers and your coats and your umbrellas. And he said he tried to get a little girl's panties down in the cloakroom. And he said, son of a bitch, he said, get the fucking frying pan. And the wife said, well, you can't whip him with that. I said, no, I'm not going to whip him. You're going to fry him some ham and eggs. He can't be fucking on cookies and milk. True story.
That's a true story.
Yeah, Frank was tough. Yeah, I mean, Frank was, he was ugly as sin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was. He was a hell of a coal miner, Ronald. I mean, one time, I was working at U.S. Steel in Youngstown, Ohio, and I came in on the weekends, you know, with some of the drug paraphernalia and all that, you know, bombs and pipes and stuff. And my brother was telling me about, but this guy worked with my brother in another coal mine. He'd come home one day and he stopped at the Go Mart or whatever, bought a couple quarts of beer and drank one before he got home. And he was catching the tail end of Johnny Carson's show. Well, he's sitting there in a chair, and you know, and something came down in front of the television. And he looked there. And 10 minutes later, something else came down. He thought it was in the tube, you know, in the television. Harry's wife had made bread that day, and the kids were throwing dough balls up on his steel. They were drying out and falling down.
Falling in front of his TV set.
Yeah, and then I heard that story. And then he, another thing, you know, he come home, and he was hungry, and he told his old woman to get out of bed. And she said, I'm just tired, Frank, I need to sleep in. He said, I tell you, get out of bed and make me some breakfast. And I said, what'd you do? He said, son of a bitch, I set the mattress on fire. She came out of that bed.
No way.
Yeah, he's for real.
That's a true story.
They got into it one time in Shinston, Vermont's here, little town, Shinston, you know, that's where he was from. They got into a fight or something, I don't know. Like an old station wagon with 8 kids in there, just like,
oh my God.
You know, just redneck as you can be, you know. She stabbed him with her rotisserie fork, you know. He's walking down the street and shit. He told him, he said, I'm going to jail. So I said, I'm going to prove that you're crazy. He got to the steps of the jailhouse. It fell out. He's bleeding. They thought he was drunk. They put him in jail. They asked him about his wiring. Put him in jail. Oh,
he had a bad day.
Oh, I mean, you know, there's times that he was at a, you know, bar and there was a fight broke out and somebody called the state police and they said, who is it? He said, Frank Lund. He said, Jesus. They'd bring 4 troopers. He was a hell of a coal mine.
True story?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's for real. He just one time he got a brainstorm. He's gonna cut a penny into on the railroad track. Now you gotta understand, in West Virginia, a lot of railroad tracks because they move a lot of coal, you know, and rail and everything. And so there's always coal mines, tracks. You know, I was growing up, he put the penny down and the train come along, and half of them, the split half of it came up and hit him in the head. Put a gash up there like mine.
He's lucky it only hit him there. Wow. How close was he standing to
the doctor?
What an idiot. Did he do this in the daytime?
Yeah, this Chinese doctor, he said, if Penguin Birch is for this Chinese, he said, what happened to you? He said, A train. He said, a toy train? He said, no, you son of a bitch, a big train.
What happened to you?
He said, what happened to you? So every time he would say, the kids would say, Daddy, show me how you put that penny into Oh, he was something. He was for real. Well, when I heard these stories, you know, coming from Youngstown to my brother's house, I didn't know that they fired Frank at his mine, and the reason why is he was like a temporary track boss. You know, he just designates you. You're a pretty good guy. You know the laws. So they made him a track boss or something, and so he went and got a ride for the crew. Well, the ride had a red tag on, no brakes. So he took the tag off the way. You know, you and I come down, you know, we get in the vehicle, you know, we'll make sure we got track cameras and, you know, things to work with, you know. And we're starting down this hill because...
But did they put a red tag when it's got no brakes?
Yeah, it was tagged out. It was the red tag, no brakes. We did it, mechanic checked it out, you know, no brakes, red tag. So you don't touch it.
Right.
It's cardinal rule, you know, that's, you know, no brainer. You don't touch it, leave it alone. He just took it off. And this mine was not a shaft mine, it was a drift mine. So everybody got in, they took off and started going down this hill. He said, oh, by the way, boys, we ain't got no effing brakes.
Oh my God, so what happened?
Well, it crashed. One guy's quadriplegic today. You know, they fired him. I mean, they cost big money for that company.
Oh my God.
He should have went to jail.
Why did he do that? He just wanted to see what would happen?
No, he just Frank Long. He got no brains. He got like a third-grade education. You know?
Oh man, so he's not, that was his last day of coal mining?
No.
He went back to work?
Another company hired him. Another company hired him. He worked for Ohio Power Fuel. It's a coal company. Then the '68 mine explosion, he was hired by Consolidated Coal. And when that accident happened, that's where he was working at number 9, but he was on a different shift.
So you were in Fairmont as a kid when you heard about that accident, huh?
No, '68 was when I first came back from Vietnam. I came back from Vietnam in April of '68, and it happened in November of '68. My mother told me in April. She said, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. She said, you're going to get off that couch. Remember we done it? She said, well, your brother Bill's going to go up and see an uncle, you know, because he'd worked at number 9. And I told my brother, I said, man, I'll go up there with you, but I don't want to do a job in the coal mine. I said, I'll go up there with you. My brother Bill found out that he had to work midnight shift. He wouldn't work midnight shift in a pie factory. It was just sampling pie. It never came about. Well, at this time, I'm in New Haven, Connecticut, and it blew up. You know, I never thought nothing about it. I said, well, hell, if I'd have went in that mine, I'd be dead, maybe. Because every new person starts on midnight shift. Red hats, if you will.
Right.
I said, hell, I know I'm not going to be no coal miner. You know, God has blessed me already. But 10 years later, I went to mines.
It's a long time.
I mean, it's you know, it's an honest day job. It's an honest job. You know, people have been doing it for 200 years.
Yeah.
Coal, you know, Ohio, Kentucky, Wyoming, Michigan.
Did you only coal mine in West Virginia?
Yeah, same seam of coal.
Is there a supervisor position? You would never go back and be just a supervisor?
No, I could get a state inspector's job.
Where you don't have to work in there, you can just be
an inspector.
Yeah.
But I told my son-in-law, you know, he's in politics, you know, he works for the governor of West Virginia. So Chuck, I can get you a state job. I said, John, I'm 68 years old. I said, I ain't going to no vein of coal this high. Because there's veins of coal that has to be inspected like high coal.
Isn't there something you can do from an office for him where you just like don't have to go near a mine?
Too old for that anyway. I want to open up a hot dog place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Come to LA.
I told her
you can open them up for cheap. Really a store for cheap.
I think
seriously, it'll work. And charge high prices for your hot dog. The higher the price, the better.
She showed me a picture of a hot dog place, $3.50 for a hot dog.
Yeah, you got to charge $5.50.
You got to be kidding me. You know, a hot dog in West Virginia is $1.10, $1.05. I can
Guess
remember,
you should move to LA, Dad.
Yeah.
I can remember getting 2 hot dogs and
A chocolate milk.
chocolate milk for a quarter when I was going to school.
You should move to LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna have Chuck dogs, right?
Chuck dogs.
The Chuck Dog brought to you by Chuck.
That's
Moyers.
It's going to be called Chuck's Famous Hot Dogs.
Chuck's famous.
Hot Dogs.
Right.
In Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Have you been down on Hollywood Boulevard yet since you've been here?
Yeah.
Your daughter took you?
Are you guys still filming?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Just rolling on stories.
When did we go there?
Thursday. Friday. Yesterday's
Oh,
Friday.
you mean with the
Yesterday's Friday?
Marilyn Monroe bit and
No.
Charlie Chaplin?
Took him to
Charlie Chaplin bit?
the footprint.
That's pistachio meat. Chew them easy though, because I've been finding little pieces of shell in it. So don't bite down too hard on the small green pistachio pieces.
One time when I left Youngstown, Ohio, I was going back to New Haven, Connecticut. I had a bag of pistachios. They were red. When I crossed over from Pennsylvania to New York, I had to pay a toll. So when I gave her the money, my tips of my fingers was red. And she said, "Are you bleeding?" I said, "I've been eating pistachio nuts." My God, you must have been eating a lot of them.
Have you committed a murder? And now you're on the run?
Tell him the bread story. That's a good one.
One time I wanted to make bread. Had a bunch of flour.
Dad, you want a beer?
No. And my mom was out of town, and I had all the ingredients, and I did this and I did that, you know, and I called my sister. I said, "Here's what I've done. I've already done this and done that and done this." And she said, "Did you need it?" I said, "Well, hell yeah, I need it. I wouldn't be making it if I didn't need it." I didn't know what work and need. So that's always Thanksgiving.
Easter, Christmas.
Everybody wants to share that story with somebody outside the family. You know, especially this one.
It's my favorite story.
And that's not just a joke, that's a true story?
That's a true story.
True story. I didn't want to need a minute.
I tell people that story when you're not around. I'm like, listen to this one.
Yeah. She said, "Did you need it?" I said, "Hell yes, I need it. I wouldn't be making it."
Do you know how to make bread?
I do now.
Are you
Buy
making bread
frozen
for the
dough.
party tomorrow?
No, I'm not making bread.
We're thawing it.
We're just thawing it out. That's all
Oh
it is.
yeah. That's good. I'm gonna have a peanut butter and jelly cracker station on one of the buffet areas.
For the 10 people that are gonna show up.
Goober grape.
Whatever you got,
What do you buy these at? I mean, you buy them by the
I
bag?
get them at John's.
By the bags?
$5.99, and I mix them all. I had raw cashews in there, but I ate a lot of them last night. Was I loud? Could you guys hear me last night? Could you hear us in the kitchen last night?
I heard you had a friend over. But
Was it loud?
no.
Really?
No, we were sleeping.
Just I heard. I had a CPAP on accident.
Yeah.
I wear a machine. CPAP. You know what those are? It's a breathing machine.
It's his Darth Vader mask.
Yeah. It's like a nasal thing, and then
That was a good impression, though. I think
my
so.
heart doctor is worried about having a stroke, so they want all the oxygen that's going to the brain I could get.
Serious?
You had a stroke?
No, they want to prevent me from having one.
Maybe everybody should do that.
Well, I snore, you know, and then
Right.
and sometimes, you know, my wife said he'll stop.
Oh, like sleep apnea.
Right. And then like your heart stops, and then you got to restart it.
Yeah, you always want to
So,
try and restart your heart when it stops anytime.
you're making a joke out of that.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm not trying to be funny, but I am trying to be funny.
Talked about his how he can attract ladies from 18 to 98, including everyone that he meets. Quite lazy man.
Chuck, do you have pictures of you with NFL cheerleaders?
Yes, I do.
Can we see those?
Yes, I do. I'm very proud of it too. My daughter mentioned it to me, and I said, "Yeah, that's what I'm about."
That's what I'm about.
Yeah,
Make no bones about it.
I've never seen a guy attract more women in my life than my father.
Yeah, we're FedEx.
5 marriages.
And that's not even it. No, I'm talking about the checkout girl at
I want to have 5
Walmart.
marriages.
I'm talking about the girl that's in the screwdriver aisle of Lowe's. It doesn't matter.
Wow, screwdriver. Wow, at Lowe's, man. You're getting it on,
over
huh?
here.
You screwdriver. There's a pun
I was
right
gonna
there
say the
too.
nut aisle, like the nail aisle,
nut,
that
yeah,
word.
the nail aisle, the nut aisle. Why are you making that up?
Like cocking.
Cocking. I
I'll
need
be
some
your
cock. I mean, she needs some cock. All right,
No,
so,
no. Hey,
Wrong.
No, tell the story about about the time that you peed on the lady.
The cop?
Yeah, the lady officer.
It wasn't lady.
It wasn't a lady. I thought it was a lady officer.
No.
That's a good one.
No, I thought I was pissing in a puddle of water and it was patting other shoes.
How'd that work out for you, Dad?
Listen to this. I live in Georgia.
Listen.
1964. I live in Georgia, small college town, North Georgia College. Was in the Army, second phase of Ranger School.
Ranger School's tough.
Okay. I didn't go to Ranger School. I was part of the cadre.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
cool.
me and another friend, he had
So you were already tough.
He had Low English Ford, and we went to Gainesville, Georgia, and bought a pint of moonshine. Came back, got a couple co-eds from North Georgia College, and we were partying. We got stopped by the police at 1 o'clock in the morning, and they took us to jail. They let the girls go, but took us to jail. I called this sergeant, and this sergeant talked to the local deputy at the time, and the deputy let us go. Got back in the car, went back to Gainesville, and got another pint of moonshine, and found 2 more other college students, females. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, we was back in jail, but this time they didn't let us go. We spent the night. 5 days later, I had to appear in front of a judge, a woman judge. And she said, "Charles, you come from the state of West Virginia, ought to know about moonshine." "No, ma'am, I'm not from a drinking family. I never had drink moonshine until I come in the Army." She said, "Well, here in the state of Georgia, we just make it to sell it. We don't drink it. You leave it alone." "Yes, ma'am." I was making $82 a month. PFC, it cost me $60.
Dang.
Yeah, fine. And my first sergeant found out all about it, you know.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's like the father of everybody, first sergeant, he knows everything. He said, "You're not writing home for that money either."
You had to take it out of your check?
Yeah, I was only making $82 a month.
Dang.
It's better than that. I knew a state senator in Gainesville, Georgia that had a chicken farm. For like 6 Sundays off, I had to go out there and work and make $8 a day. Pay for that fine.
So you worked it off on a chicken farm?
Yeah.
What did you do on the chicken farm?
Gathered eggs.
Oh, really?
Chicken shit out of the
See how
barn.
that goes full circle? You're chasing little hens around, weren't you?
But the good part about it,
That's exactly what happens.
That's hardcore.
the good
He's for real.
The good part about that,
He's for real.
the good part about that story is that woman judge. Here in the state of Georgia, we just make it to sell it. We don't drink it.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they drink it? Those dry states. I went to college in Birmingham, and it was a dry state. I didn't understand it.
Different counties you can go to one that, at that time they sold bonded moonshine in Atlanta. It was bonded, somebody made it and they taxed it. But this was all illegal out in Boondocks, out in the countryside, Now this old boy we bought moonshine off, been making moonshine since 1910. Somebody in the family.
Right.
Yeah.
In West Virginia.
No, in Georgia.
How long did you live in Georgia?
3 years. Yeah, West Virginia, wherever, North Carolina, wherever they made moonshine. It was a generational thing.
Did they make moonshine in West Virginia?
Oh yeah.
Can you make moonshine?
No.
Do you know how to make moonshine?
No. Never made my life.
Oh,
You
so
need a process.
Don't care if I even smell it again.
really, you drank moonshine before?
Yeah.
A bunch?
Until I went to jail.
For drinking moonshine?
Yeah.
I think the West Virginia state law says something about like you can make it, you just can't sell it type thing. There's no law against making it. Hell, I don't know.
Yeah, as long as the government gets the money off of it and tax it, you can do anything in the world.
How long did you go to jail for moonshine?
Overnight.
Was that overnight jail story?
Drunk tank.
Oh, the drunk tank. Drunk tank's fun.
Drunk tank, yeah. Let me tell you a story when I went to jump school. Jump school's actually 4 weeks, but you have a ground week, or 2 weeks ground week and jump week.
You mean like we're on ground week, what, you learn the, fold your parachute?
You learn all the things about proper wearing of the parachute, physical training, jumping out of towers, everything that takes you to qualify to jump out of an airplane. One day we were jumping out of a tower, and they have an instructor up on both sides of the towers because it's like an airplane. You jump left, you jump right out of the airplane. The whole class is sitting in the bleacher in the first row, gets off and walks up to the tower and jumps out in the second row and just keeps on just like a circle. And every time the instructor in the tower puts his hand up, you have to stand up airborne. Puts his hand down, airborne, yeah. One afternoon we was in those towers, jumping out of towers, and my mind went blank for 30 seconds or 10 seconds because I was the only one sitting down, everybody else was stand up that fast. We had no name, no rank, just a roster number. My roster number was 117. I was 117 in the class. And I had to get out and do some push-ups, just mental stuff that they drilled to me for not having my mind right, if you will. And
you might have just fallen asleep for a minute because they run you hard in basic
I
training.
know. I mean, you know, just
Ranger school, up at 4 o'clock.
1 second I was just blank, and you know, 171, and then they had another instructor over here standing on the ground, you know, hollering at you. I had to get out and do him about 10 push-ups, and then another sergeant come over. He's cussing me out and calling me stupid names, and had to get him a push-up, and a gig is 10 push-ups. Give me a gig, you know. Then I had to go over onto the side of a curve and do a PLF, which is the platform landing fall. And they teach you how to, once you make contact with the ground, how to fall. This muscle, until you roll your arm. Then after all this, I had to go through a dying cockroach position. You know what that is?
Oh yeah, you lay on your back and you put your arms and your legs up in the air and you wiggle them.
And that just burns your guts out because you're just stretching your guts out.
And drill sergeants were probably merciless back in the 60s. It's a lot different than when I went probably in the 90s.
They could call your name.
Could they manhandle you?
I never thought anybody got manhandled, no.
You never saw drill sergeants beating up on soldiers at all?
No.
Well, that's good.
I saw Catoosa, first sergeant, knock the hell out of one of his.
In Korea?
In Korea, yeah. I mean, he slapped him silly.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, he was in Marine, in the White Horse Division. They were good soldiers too.
What, did the Catoosa just grab the Korean soldier and start smacking him around the face?
Oh yeah, I mean, he was just, you know. I mean, he was just bitch slapping the hell out of him. I've had, well, in jump school, I had this Afro-American, if you will. I mean, he's just far from my name. He said, you see that truck that you came in on? First day, as soon as I got off the truck from my company,
right,
jump school, he said, you see that truck you got off of? He said, an hour, you're going to be right on it going back to your company. I ain't done nothing. I'm just trying to go to jump school. I mean, my boots are spit polished, my brass, my gig line, straight, my hair, shaved bald, you know.
You knew he was just messing with you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he said, you're a mama's boy, you love your mama? How would you say no? What do you mean you don't like your mom? You can't win. You know, it's just harassment, you know. When I graduated, he said, I had an eye on you from day when you walked off of that truck. I said, I know you did. I never met anybody in the Army whether it's a drill instructor, a commanding officer, or a platoon leader that I disliked.
Yeah, I liked all mine.
And I mean, I might have had reasons, you know, for one or two somewhere along the line that, you know, maybe thought it was unfair, but nobody I disliked this. I was blessed to be around good professional soldiers, whether it's an officer or enlisted man. When you go in the early 60s, we still had some leftover World War II instructors.
Ah, really?
All the Korean War instructors.
What were they like, the leftover World War II instructors?
I'm telling you, yeah. My first sergeant was in the 25th century in Germany, World War II. I mean, one of my first sergeants. And, you know, I mean, just tremendous amount of respect for that man.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had a platoon sergeant who was in the first cav in the Korean War. And I had another sergeant that in Korea was from Kermit, West Virginia, was in the Korean War. Even though Vietnam was going on, you know, these guys were combat soldiers. You know, they had combat infantry badge, you know, they were professional soldiers. So I was always blessed to be around good professional people. And then, especially in Ranger School, I didn't go through Ranger School, but I was stationed there. A lot of them were West Point people. Very, very seldom I was around ROTC or an OCS officer.
Right.
Or West Point. And you could tell the difference.
Yeah, more focused, more disciplined.
Oh, I mean, just great. There was a kid came through Ranger School. I was a kid. I was not him. His name was Pete Dawkins. Won the Heisman Trophy in 1956.
Wow.
He was a halfback for West Point.
Oh, he must have been fast.
He was a halfback. Won the Heisman Trophy. Look good. Pete Dawkins.
Dawkins?
Yeah, Dawkins.
You went to what school with him?
No, he graduated West Point, and he came through Ranger School. Well, when he came through that class, they got a poop sheet on him.
What's a poop sheet?
Well, it's like, you know, an information sheet about, you know, we got a guy.
They got the shit on him.
Yeah, we got a guy coming through this class.
I never heard it called that. They got the poop sheet on you.
Yeah,
Is that West Virginia?
No, it's not West Virginia. It's Army. He was in the Army. You ever heard that?
The poop sheet.
You never heard that?
No. I never heard of the poop sheet.
What's the poop on this guy? Never heard that?
No. I swear.
Army?
What's the poop?
What's the poop on this guy?
No.
Hey man, what's the shit on
This guy.
I've heard of S's and G's, like we're doing this for S's and G's, which means it's shits and giggles. Yeah.
What's it say about him?
Pete Dawkins.
What's it say about him, Courtney?
Age 75.
Wow, he's 75.
Dawkins as a senior at West Point, cadet, 1959.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took a soccer team to England and beat them.
Military career. He was hot. He was cute in 1966.
He ran for lieutenant governor of Maryland too.
Wow. Now,
as a Republican.
Did he play team sports during his Ranger training when you were there?
Oh no, yeah, he played Ranger. He played sports. Yeah.
Was he really fast?
No, he was a student. He wasn't a cadre. He was a student.
Yeah.
He came through the class.
Did you see him go through the class?
Oh yeah. I issued him an M60.
And what was he like though, as far as a soldier goes?
Well, this info copy, this poop sheet they got on it. The battalion commander said we had this guy coming through the class, and he was like a patent. You know, he was very good military minded. Graduated Heidi's class, and he was like a patent. He was like a Eisenhower. And they figured he was going to be a general this fast. Some of the officers who were Marine instructors, when they graduated, he was like a freshman, you know.
This kid who won the Heisman, he wasn't looking at trying to go to the NFL?
Well, when he graduated West Point's got to do 4 years of military.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was obligated.
He might got a congressional, what's the term I'm looking for?
Medal of Honor?
No, congressional
That's right though.
entry to the West Point. Somebody in politics knew somebody to get him in there.
I feel him out.
But he served 2 tours in Vietnam. I think, is that right, Courtney? Did it say that?
Hell, I don't know.
He was commander of the 101st Airborne Division.
Really?
Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Oh, he was military man.
101st?
101st Airborne Division, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. I thought of his career because I knew he was somebody.
Commander of the 1st Battalion of the 23rd Infantry, 2nd Infantry Division, Camp Hovey?
Hovey, yeah. Camp Hovey. Camp Hovey's in Korea.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know, he did a bunch of shit. He was cool. He was hot as hell in 1966.
It has nothing to do with anything. I know. I'm the girl in this right now. Y'all Wikipedia if you want more facts. I think
part of the training in mountain ranger camp is along in Georgia. It's the mountain phase. The first part starts at Fort Benning at Harmony Church area. 3 weeks. Then when they complete that, they go to the mountains along in Georgia for mountain training for 3 weeks. When they complete that, they go to Eglin Air Force Base in Florida for the other 3 weeks, which is 9 weeks, and then they go to Colorado for additional mountain training.
Right?
Yeah.
Like SEAL training. Eglin Air Force Base, they also do SEAL training out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, then they go to, they may go on to, where's the Pathfinder School?
Maybe Fort Huachuca or SOCOM. Pathfinder is Special Forces.
And don't they have a signal command at Fort Huachuca, Arizona?
Sierra Vista.
Signal. Yeah.
That's where I went to Intel school.
Yeah.
I went to SIGINT school there. Fort Huachuca.
I had a good friend who was stationed there one time. But he was a hell of a soldier. Not that there was not other students that came in that class and classes before him and after classes before him.
But that was a political appointment, huh?
I think so. His was, because he ran for lieutenant governor on the Republican side,
And the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, for halfback,
That's good.
1956.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ronald Show. Today is Sunday, October 13th, 2013, and I'm here with Chuck, and today is the party day, and part of the party is going to be serving up some delicious food, and one of these delicious treats that we are going to be serving up for the party is a specialty food from the state of West Virginia by Chuck. Now, Chuck and Courtney's Chuck's daughter, have made this special West Virginia food, that item that hasn't hit the United States yet, but I think Chuck is going to make a big announcement today. So tell us about the pepperoni roll, Chuck.
Okay, what my daughter is making is called a pepperoni roll, and if I can think back.
Easy for you to say.
Grew up in West Virginia, and I first got introduced to pepperoni roll junior high school. A couple families, Italian families, that made the pepperoni roll in Fairmont, West Virginia. It was either Costesno's, D'Annunzio's, Country Club Bakery still sells them, but you can find them anywhere in West Virginia now. This consists of bacon, a piece of bread, a stick of pepperoni in there, and bacon. That's simple,
So you're ready to do the big reveal? You want to show them some pre-cooked pepperoni?
I brought out for my daughter. I went to Shop and Save or Food Line, and I bought her a bag of pepperoni rolls.
So this is one of
This is a store-bought one. This is not a Costesno's. It's not a D'Annunzio. It's
from West Virginia.
From West Virginia, but it's a store-bought one. You can see the bread. You break it up, you can see the pepperoni in it. Yeah. Simple.
Look at that. Isn't that nice?
Very simple, very tasty. And
I had one the
now,
first
what
night
else
we
you
got
can
here.
do with this is you can slice this bad guy up and put some hot pepper sauce or sweet peppers and top it off with mozzarella. And what a meal!
So is that called something? Is there a name for that?
Well, it's just added ingredients, You can go to a
So that's
restaurant.
added ingredients?
You can go to a restaurant and then Costesno's restaurant. I want a pepperoni roll with sauce and cheese. I'll slice this thing up, and you want hot peppers, you want mild peppers, you want sweet peppers. It's on the menu. It's on the menu almost every place in West Virginia. This is something added new probably in the last 30 years.
What, the pepperoni roll?
The story goes back about the pepperoni, that the Italian immigrant, when he went to coal mines, he took a stick of pepperoni and he took a piece of bread that his wife made. Somewhere along the line, they got the idea around 1920, 1930 to bake it together. and so created the pepperoni roll. And what my daughter is doing now, she's baking some of them for today's party. And with a little bit of bread, a little bit of pepperoni, and a lot of love. Hope everybody will like them today.
Oh,
I've never
yeah.
had one.
And you're making a sauce to go with the pepperoni rolls.
Yes,
too, right?
but this is the pepperoni roll that I haven't seen out here on the West Coast. It's called Hormel.
You brought this with you?
I brought this from West Virginia.
Huh.
Yeah, it's about $4, $5 a stick.
That's big.
Yeah, yeah. You can get it on the sale for $2.
And Ron Jeremy might be here tonight. See what he has to say about that.
Oh God, now you got.
Oh, it killed
We're going to cut this. You're going to put that crap in there.
No, he's just kidding. Everybody in West Virginia just loves Ron Jeremy. He's a good guy. He's a Jew. That's why he's famous, because he's a Jew.
Yeah, whatever.
Go ahead.
Whatever. Also making hot dog sauce that I've been making for the last...
Oh, yeah. Can I spin this around?
Yeah, I've been working on this sauce for the last 10, 12 years, and I think I'm going to market it, get a hot dog stand somewhere and market it.
We're going to show you Chuck's famous West Virginia hot dog sauce. And we'll do this side.
Crazy.
Now available at Amazon and Barnes & Noble is Harry Johnson, Diary of a Gigolo Porn Star. The crazy adventure of a 1951 born male in Beaufort, Georgia with a 2-foot penis that grows to 3 feet. He goes on to become an international porn star after becoming a war hero in Vietnam. Get it today at Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
We are standing in front of a bowl of Chuck's crock pot. Your famous hot dog sauce.
Hot dog sauce, yes.
God, it smells so good. It's smelling up the whole house.
Been cooking for about maybe an hour and a half. Maybe an hour and a half to go. It's coming around, and it's got a lot of different ingredients. We won't go into that.
It's a special.
But it's a sauce that I've been making for 10 years. You know, just got it to where I want it. Been field tested, retested. Tested in the coal mines that I worked at, tested through the family, tested through strangers. So, man, you got to market this. You got to open up a stand. So I'm going to do that.
It smells so good.
This year and next year for sure. So it's going to be Chuck's famous hot dog sauce. Many hot dog stands in West Virginia.
Chuck's famous hot dog sauce.
Right.
Or maybe Chuck's famous hot dog sauce. Either way, it reads the same forwards as backwards. It's like one of those words that is like feet.
Right.
Well, what's the word level? That's spelled the same way forwards as it is backwards. So it's the same thing with Chuck's hot dog sauce. Chuck's hot dog sauce says Chuck's hot dog sauce, forwards or backwards. So what are the ingredients that go in there?
We can't go there.
Because it smells so good. Well, what's one of the main ingredients? Hamburger. Okay. So there's meat in it, right?
Right. It's hamburgers.
So it's a meat sauce that goes on top of hot dogs. So yeah, because we're going to be cooking up hot dogs tonight, and then that goes on the hot dogs.
Right. Yeah. It's a chili type sauce, and seen one hot dog, seen a lot, but this sauce is the best.
So you want to start marketing it in Fairmont, West Virginia?
No, not in Fairmont. Probably in Charleston, West Virginia.
Charleston.
I'm looking to a couple different places already, and so we'll see what happens first of the year. If I can do 25 dozen a day, that'll pay the rent.
Yeah, 25 dozen hot dogs. I love hot dogs.
Yeah.
And I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah, so this guy, he's going to be a true tester.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I'm excited.
Come aboard. Chuck's famous hot dogs.
All aboard! So you want to?
His daughter needs a new BMW.
Yeah.
So buy Chuck's hot dogs.
Probably have to sell 30 dozen a day to get the BMW for her. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. You know.
Chuck's hot dog, sponsored by BMW. Or Courtney's desire for a BMW.
It's going to be Chuck famous hot dogs.
What's the slogan going to be? Oh, Chuck famous hot dogs. Right. To support Courtney's car habit.
Right. So we can do. We'll have to do 35 dozen a day for that.
All right.
I keep moving it up. I'm going to move myself out of market here pretty soon.
At multiple locations around the country.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Support us today. Support Courtney's
You can't be
desire for
famous.
BMW.
You can't be famous unless you're around the world. Such famous hot dogs.
Oh yeah,
Around the
yeah,
world.
right.
Oh, if you're gonna be around the world, I'm getting a Bentley then.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and a jet. She'll be a jet setter.
Oh yeah.
Jet setter.
So we'll see what happens.
How many years you been making this sauce?
10 or 12 years have been, just mixing it around, adding this and deleting that, and I finally got it where I want it, where I like it. And like I said, it's been field tested, so it's marketable. It's going to be a good deal. I like it.
I know I'm gonna like it, and everyone who's been coming in and out of the kitchen here has said how great it smells.
Yeah.
And I wish there was some way that I could let you guys smell it into the camera, but there's no thing yet that where a camera has something in it that emits like a mist, which is a translation of the smell that we're having. Like, too bad I can't record the smell. That would be neat.
Yeah. Well, the first time we hear
like
it
a
breaks
scratch
out,
and sniff video.
first time we hear a car breaks outside, we know we're working on something good.
Yeah. When someone slams on their brakes out front and goes, dang, something
It's
smells
cooking.
good. And they come knock on the door. Well, I am thinking about putting a big neon sign out in front of Block Party here. Is that okay,
famous hot
Heather?
dogs. No. Thank you, Heather.
I think I'm gonna do it. And the drama builds. Dun 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 da da da. All right, thanks for watching the Ronald Show. We'll be back when the party starts.
Yeah, thanks.